Stadium here in Tampa. Just a minute ago, it was Jameis Winston leading his Buccaneers out of the tunnel. They're on their feet here in Tampa as the Bucs get set to match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback and none other than Cam Newton.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. To the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. When we look at this unit like we are now, Greg Olsen has become such a reliable target in this league.
Loves to be considered the #1 option in the passing game in the offense he plays, and he lives up to it. Knows the defense is set for him, knows how to beat them.
On second down, McCaffrey. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. The starting 11 defensively for Tampa Bay.
Brendan Hargraves was drafted out of Florida to be a starting corner by Tampa Bay, and they believe not in just his physical abilities, but also his confidence. And that proved to be true in his rookie year. Didn't give up much space to some of the elite wide receivers in the NFL. Made plenty of plays on the football downfield and showed the ability to recover if ever beaten on a route.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Newton. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it a second down. Second down, 8. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And this one is incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So our initial drive here this afternoon results in 3. I'm not sure that was a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
No question about it, Brandon. You had a crowd that was all fired up during pregame introductions, yet you're able to quiet them just a little bit by taking the early lead.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They're led out by a man raised in Alabama, went to Florida State. It's their quarterback, Jameis Winston.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They run it here. Ware. And he'll be dropped at the 30. And a shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
They run there. Now Spencer Ware slow to get up. And we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They go play action here on first down. Airing this one out for Evans. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. Throwing, Winston. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Jaron Reed never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Winston. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 32-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Newton. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Yo, what up, Kung Fu?
Great job by the linebacker.
What's up, IW?
If he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the
Shout
defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win
Fucking
last week.
defense is awesome, boy. I gotta get my offense like a running.
We often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now a run with McCaffrey, and he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. And Olsen over the middle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
To throw, Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Now a handoff looking right. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll set them back 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long third down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense, to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain. But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first.
Yeah, I've been good, bud. How about you? Fucking working a lot. I was sick for like a week straight. Like, pretty sick.
Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So they're still at the original line of
I ain't really been doing much, man. Yo, I'll still be playing my Madden though.
From the gun, here's Newton. And to the tight end Olsen, right side. That catch good for only.
I was thinking about you the other day, man. I was watching videos on YouTube. Have you seen anything about the new Madden? After all these years, man, they finally gonna do something that me and you've always wanted.
Throwing on third down, Newton.
They're redoing franchise mode. They're supposed to be redoing everything. They already added some stuff. Yeah, you might want to look it up, man. Madden 19 might be really good. I mean, it's still kind of early. But this is the first time they're actually, like, redoing franchise mode. And I guess the dude in charge of developing Madden or something like that, saying that the franchise mode guys are the ones that been loyal the longest. And, you know, that's how they got big because of that and stuff. So it's past due time for them to redo franchise mode. So they're going to redo franchise mode this year. They're supposed to be changing a bunch of stuff. I forget the things listed, but some of them were pretty cool. But yeah, you might want to check it out. I forget what the hell they were going to do.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. Shrugs him off.
Yeah. But I think they're adding like I honestly don't remember the exact number, but they're adding new animations in. So that way, you know, the tall, skinny guy doesn't act the same as the short, fat guy. You know what I mean? Every tackle's not the same. You know what I mean? They're trying to really change shit up. There's something else. I can't remember what the fuck it was. Oh, that's what it was. They're making it where you can put different players in and different situations. So like if you know, before if you wanted to run like a 2 running back system, you would have to like keep pausing and switching, you know, the running backs in and out. Now they're setting it up where you can do that. Like you can just run a 2 running back system. And they're making it where scheme and shit's a big deal now. So if the player doesn't fit your scheme, they won't progress very well. Which was sort of kind of like that, but they said it really didn't matter that much. But now it's going to be a big deal. So if you have like your scheme is pocket passer quarterback and you get scrambling, he's not going to progress well and do well in your system. Where if you went to go get a crappier player that fit your system, he would actually progress faster and better than, you know, the other guy. Yeah. I mean, they wouldn't have to do nothing crazy. You know what I mean? It just, overall, it needs to be overhauled. You know what I mean? I mean, if anyone's ever played, you know, any of the 2K games, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? It's a big difference. I mean, you think Madden's good. Like, I always thought Madden was really good until I played 2K. And I'm not even a basketball guy. But the way they do their year and franchise is really good.
Able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
Hey, there was something else they were changing too. I can't remember what the fuck it was.
They'll try and pick it up in McCaffrey. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Off the corner, where'd he come from?
Man, I'm watching this Webby interview. You know the rapper Webby?
I like when you're able to pose a question.
I can't understand a word he fucking says.
Exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out.
Well, I mean, or, I mean, like, yeah, I always played franchise mode and shit, Madden and all that. No, but Webby, I just can't understand a word he fucking says. Like, he's just giving an interview, and the way he talks, he's so Louisiana hood. He just keeps RIPing everybody and shouting out at everyone, and dude's asking him questions, and he'd be like, yeah, RIP, Mike. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's not really an answer. He keeps shouting his album out and shit. I don't know. It's hilarious, so. I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. But with Matt, I mean, if you play as, like, say, a quarterback, it's kind of, I mean, it's alright. But if you play like 2K17 and you play as, you know, any player or anything, you know, in a similar nature as playing as a player, it's like night and day. The difference is fucking huge. Yeah, he sounds like, I don't know, it's weird. Kind of Louisiana style with some hoods and, I don't know. I think Louisiana is all kind of country, so I don't know. It's funny though.
Point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. He goes for 18.
They asked him how he met Lil Boozy, and they both started on the same record label together. And he's like, oh, y'all was both rapping, and then, you know, the label put y'all together? He's like, nah. Oh, y'all weren't rapping? He's like, nah. Because it was you rapping? He's like, nah. He's like, how did y'all end up meeting then? He's like, oh, on the record label. They're like, oh, so y'all were rapping before. He's like, oh yeah, shout out someone, shout out someone, RIP, you know what I'm saying? They was there, you know what I mean? That was it. That was his answer to how him and Boozy met. I was like, what the fuck is going on? You're the dude interview him's like, what? Y'all was rapping before you got on the record label? Nah. So y'all just got on the record label and started rapping, and that's how. Nah. How'd y'all meet at a record label? Y'all rap before? Yeah. Motherfucker. Yes? No? Maybe? What the fuck?
Now a play fake here on first down.
Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Oh.
And the Panthers have recovered.
Good. Well.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
I got the defense, man. I got a beast of a defensive end. It's only his rookie year. And he's averaging like 2 or 3 sacks a game. But my offense is struggling. And all my skill players are fine. It's just my offensive line I had to rebuild. So this year I got a bunch of rookies, a bunch of young dudes. You know, last year I built up the defense. This year I'm doing offensive line. Something like that. I think the first draft I did defense, and the second one I did offensive line, or vice versa. I don't remember. Yeah, but look, either way, they're fucking all young, and they're good, and they fit, and all that. But it's about a year or two away from progressing enough to be dominant.
They're still left looking at a
They do okay most of the time, but they struggle against the fucking good defensive lines. They struggle bad.
3 for 7 so far in this
And then I got injuries, which doesn't help. So
a shotgun snap for Newton. And he's got some space here. 7 yards on the play.
come on.
And it'll be 4th down.
Fucking guys are killing me.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans.
Why didn't you fair catch it?
Be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving.
Yeah, he had like 200 yards or something last week. Or was that the week before?
And that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. On the run, it's
He was leading the league in receiving for a while.
And he gets this up just shy of the
I don't know if he still is.
29 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 3, second down.
I try not to look at that kind of stuff until the end of the year, because I feel like if like my running back's in the 3rd in the league and rushing yards or something, I'll start running it more to try to get him up there. You know what I mean? I try to stick to my game plan.
Second down,
So I try not to look at that kind of shit till the end of the year.
Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On 3rd down, Winston. It's caught. Nelson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
See, that's one thing. I wish the commentary would change, man. I'm in like year 3. And it's been the same commentary year after year after year.
And that'll be incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because
every game they say the same shit.
But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he's able to bat it away.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 2nd down, Winston again.
Yeah, I don't know why it does that. And it's not just me, it does that to everybody. I think it's because like no one's commenting, so it's like you're idle. You're not live, you're idling or something. I don't know. It's not just me, it's everyone too. I noticed that.
The Bucs on 3rd down.
That's why when someone's in like you right now, when it goes to 0, I don't know if you left or you're just lurking in the background.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted.
Oh.
Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Yeah, because then you think somebody leaves. Then you're like, fucking dude, you know, you talk shit or something. And they're really still there.
I put it there. Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job. Finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
It's a good thing to know, though, if you want to troll somebody. You can just lurk in the background. They don't know you're there. You know what I mean?
Week 6, and the returns have been really good.
They think you left.
You're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels, and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down this stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set high.
I think Webby looks like Ice Cube, son.
4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
So I was fucking around last night with the
This is McCaffrey on the give.
copyright thing.
Able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the
I learned I can play music in the background,
only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they
but I
need to
can't.
keep the drive going. Well, after an interception last
It's like a certain volume before it picks it up and detects it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you definitely
Like while streaming and chill on the other TV, and it didn't pick it up. I was just watching music videos that I know of. I had to double check that.
You definitely want to take care of it, pick up 1st downs.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
Nice.
They'll halt play here for an injury as Christian McCaffrey is slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working.
Well, who they put in? They put in Jonathan Stewart, really. I'd rather McCaffrey have been fucking Stewart. Stewart's a beast on Madden.
And eventually taken down. Gives him the 1st down yardage. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
They don't
Come on,
need to run
defense,
another
tighten
play
up.
here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Last game was against the Saints, man. I was all excited because it was loading up. I was like, wait a minute, it's year 3. That means there's no more Drew Brees. I was all excited. Now whoever the computer generated guy they have, fucking he kicked my ass. Fucking pissed me off.
Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have the highlights of this 1st half, but he won't have touchdowns because we haven't had any to this point.
But there's still time, though, partner.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Dances by him.
Dude, what the fuck?
Inside the 35-yard line.
Is no one picking up on it? Like, you know, they just keep doing this over and over. I mean, am I the only one noticing this? Is no one picking up on this? Hello? Coaches? Anyone? Can we get the quarterback spy? Something? Hell, at least blitz him. If he's gonna run, make him run. You know what I mean? Dictate where he's gonna run. I'd rather be running away from my blitzer than running like that.
On 1st down, it's Newton. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cox.
I'm gonna get in the second half, pick some plays, man.
24.
These motherfuckers.
8 yards on the first down completion. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones.
Come on, man. Ran right by it.
And be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
And he slides to avoid the hit. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play.
Hey, what's up, Austin?
Newton now on second down.
Knew that was coming. Man, y'all let that motherfucker do that shit all the way down the fucking field.
His 9th touchdown of the season. And the
Fucking ridiculous.
add on to their lead.
Bring the fucking house one time. Fucking slam him on his fucking head and see if he wants to run into that.
They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And he's got it up and through. Santos out now. He'll kick it away.
Man, y'all better put some fucking points on the board, man.
Just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25.
They're running vertical offense for reasons just like this.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team.
Nah,
right? You just mentioned it. They're down.
I'm Tampa.
They're trying to get back into the
Panthers
game.
are a rivalry game. They're my division.
If something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to.
Well, he does look like Ice Cube's son, though, don't he?
It's a big decision here.
Like in the eyebrows and...
Now a second down throw for Winston. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Fucking 34 seconds left. Stop going for the first down and go for the touchdown. Put it up.
They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep it on.
Nah, I don't play Fortnite, but...
They have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Winston on 3rd and 2. This is where. Oh, he breaks a tackle and he's got an alley.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
Down deep into Carolina territory. The Bucs gonna
right
go
on.
Use the second of their timeouts.
Don't get crazy here. Oh, come on. Don't pass it. Run it. Run it.
Here in half number 1.
Any points is better than no points. See what I'm saying? Just run it, man. I'll take a field goal. We had nothing. Let's put up something.
And it's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked
You ain't lying.
out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
That's why I can't go to games in real life. I get arrested.
They'll throw again. Winston. That's caught at the 3.
There we go.
He's into the end zone. Touchdown,
Hey, what up, Viking? Yeah, the AI, that motherfucker's pissing me off, man. They let fucking Cam Newton run it all the way down the field. First down, first down, first down. Line up 4 wide, and he run it. Line up 4 wide, and he run it.
They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour.
That's all right. I'm going to get in the second half.
We talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was
He coached the defense and offense. I won't have that problem.
Heading into the locker room, this hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And that'll make it 13-7.
Oh, that's cool. All right, Austin. Thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate the like.
It's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will.
I got a buddy that plays division.
That'll be taken in the end
Said it was pretty good. He's got burnt out kind of quick on it.
Late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Most nights around this time. Nah, Kung Fu. I gotta work tomorrow, bro. I'm off Tuesday.
Gonna give this time to the tailback, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down.
All right, Austin. Thanks for coming by, bud.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room.
Yeah, I do a little Conan, some Farming Simulator.
Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
So let's take a look
I don't know, but
from the first half.
I seen it was on earlier when I got on.
3rd and long. Evans has got the catch here.
I think he was playing 7 Days to Die.
Down, but not before getting to their own 47-yard line. Buccaneers would later fumble and turn the ball over.
They just had I think he just had a new update on 7 Days to Die.
The 46. Here the defense will come up with the pick. Brooks in position, and he's the one who comes away with the ball. Now following the interception, Newton's going to look for a gap, and they cap off the drive with the TD as they take a 13-0 lead. 3rd down to go.
Don't know.
We get a quick pass and completion, and he'll end up
It comes and goes.
line before being tackled. Bucks have it later on the drive. Howard's by himself here, and after the short pass, he'll score. Trailing now by just a touchdown.
All right, Larry, thank you. A fairly tight game here as we get set to resume play in this second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Out come the Buccaneers.
And Kansas City,
to start the 3rd quarter.
1-4.
Close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the
Dallas 4-0.
Overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up.
Yeah, I got one of my defensive ends back.
We'll see if they can.
My main one.
Over the middle to Evans. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Rusher.
Pick up there, 8 yards.
I lost both defensive ends. I run a 4-3 defense, so I lost both starters.
Well, the first thing you want to do
And I got my right end back.
going outside, make a move in
And
that direction.
I still ain't got my left end back. I think he comes back in 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
It's a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Yeah, no. The one that's been getting all the sacks all year is the right end, and he's a rookie.
Well, that play was the very definition of
He was a 3-4 pass rusher, and I moved him to right end, so that made him a speed rusher. And he's awesome, man. I mean, I like to take credit for it and make a good long story how I drafted him and all that, but honestly, I was just my guys I got rid of because of age and stuff, and I just had to put somebody there. And he was the best guy for the position, so that's who I got. He ended up being great. And he's doing great.
From the gun, Winston. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back.
He's struggling a little bit now because the left end's still out. So they're double teaming him more and stuff. Because the guy at left end, he ain't no threat. He's a decent backup, but he ain't no threat.
It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Now we take a glance at the offense.
When I drafted him, and like the way the draft fell, the defensive ends If you go back and look at my past streams, you'll see the draft where I picked them up. But defensive ends, there wasn't really no one that really fit what I was, trying to do. I like my left end to be more balanced, help at the run, because most teams run most of the time to the right.
Let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball
to the offense
and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. And down he goes.
But I like my right end to be like a pass rusher. He's the guy that's always trying to, get the quarterback, get that sack.
First time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1, and they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback.
So I always look at, the linebackers, because a good 3-4 pass rushing linebacker makes a great right end.
They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll punt.
Won't let me jump in.
Time today.
So I'm stuck watching. It does that sometimes. Usually I like going from first quarter to second quarter if I don't take control. It won't let me back in. I'm like stuck watching.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Yeah.
These guys had to punt their last
Linemen still have low awareness. I mean, they get better, every week, depending on how good they do individually. But I've had some injuries and stuff like that, so I still have a lot of young guys. But they're getting better. Kind of like in real life, linemen, they progress slow. They're usually better in their late in their career, you know what I mean?
I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be.
Winston, my quarterback, he can run around, so I don't need a great line. I just need a decent line. So I just need him
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary.
Need them to progress a little bit, and as long as they can get decent, I'd be all right. You know what I mean?
Pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So, they do okay. They struggle against good defensive lines, good pass rushes and stuff. They struggle.
As it brings up a 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down.
I can't never put my best 5 on the field because one's always hurt. So I'm always trying to swap around and move around. So, but we're getting there slowly.
It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Here come the Panthers.
But I got receivers and tight ends. I got them locked in for a while at a decent, rate. I got first-round running back. And I got a starter, so pretty decent.
But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The starter, I got the running back last year in a draft, first-round draft pick. So I had 2 first-round picks.
You've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic.
But
that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way.
The end of this season, the following preseason, we'll probably have a battle to see who's going to be the starter. Because the backup, first-round pick can get the job done for cheaper. And the starter might be on the market, depending on how it goes. I just signed all. Last 2 years, I re-signed most of my big money players. So, gotta make a little moves here on cap. I got a lot of young people, so that helps me a lot.
Getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
to throw on second down. Newton, that is caught at the 7. And oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on
Sucks they won't let me in.
19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, coach is always talking
Fucking defense won't fucking send some pressure, man.
I don't think you get much more balance than this.
And then when they do, they put like
big time pass.
stupid blitzes.
Combination looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Red zone opportunity.
I usually don't hide it or disguise it. I'll line up with it. I want you to know I'm coming.
And he'll give it here to his running
Throw it
back.
deep if you want to, because you better, because I'm coming.
But no further than that.
You just gotta get it off.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Now that was a good job by the defense swarming to the football. And you know it's no cinch that you're going to be able to get the ball into the end zone against them. They're number 2 against the run. So what's an offensive coordinator to do? Check your playlist.
On 2nd and goal, here's an on.
Oh.
He is in. Touchdown, Carolina.
Come on, man.
Cam Newton, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
On.
A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play.
Oh, I so want to, like,
with
cheat and restart it and take control myself and actually, you know what I mean?
And he will bowl his way in there for the 2
Instead of watching
points.
this.
Nothing fancy there on that 2-point try. Give it to the big boy, let him go to work.
That almost felt like sandlot football that we used to play, didn't it? Biggest guy on your team who can carry the ball, hand it to him and let him rumble.
Nobody picked me on the sandlot football team.
You were quarterback, and I know better.
I was the water boy. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On the ground, this is Ware. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll lose
Lord.
play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going.
See.
He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little.
Yeah, but they ain't doing shit. That's why I like to rotate the rookie in sometimes.
It's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Right. Rotate that rookie in. Mix it up.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. He's got
Look at that.
A pickup of 24.
I know it was Mike Evans, but still, that was a nice catch.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still.
Hey, what's up, Sean?
Like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Off the play fake, Winston. And a catch right side by Evans.
There you go. Right that fucking Evans screen all the way down the field.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Here's something. That run game ain't working.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Yeah.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of the offense.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. A handoff as they run the counter play. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
What you feeling up to, Sean?
Short yardage, Winston. And he's wrapped up.
Oh, come on.
Tyrone Crawford in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Fuck you. Fucking guy. Yeah. Back up. What was it?
Now Lutz for the field goal try. This from 42 yards out. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
I just said what you up to, bud.
They had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs went to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score
I hear you, man.
It's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the
Fighting, you still here?
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Hey, look, the backup left end made a play.
You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Well, at least they're a divisional opponent, so if I lose later in the year when I play them again, I'll definitely make sure I'm in control and not
play action here on first down.
letting the AI get me.
This is Olsen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 40.
Really thought it was going to be a better game.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop.
Not that it's awful, but
every instinct of a receiver.
I could have done much better.
Everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
The Panthers on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Watch Campbell.
Run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line lower than the defensive.
All right, offense, come on now.
Moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
All right, Sean. Thanks for coming by, man.
50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. That'll go for
we'll take that.
17 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out come the Bucks now. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about it.
He rifles one. It's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
That was awful.
Interception run. He had 2 last week.
That was painful.
Here, remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big way.
Carolina getting set to take the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't. Because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and match it. Because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Newton
Get him.
The throw. And he's going to go down
G-Mac.
back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Gerald McCoy in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them.
They double teamed the my left end.
When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet.
Can't leave Gerald McCoy one-on-one with nobody.
They'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
That's what they get. because they're trying to double team the left end so he could run out to the right.
Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settled for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return is
all right, come on, girl, and light it up.
Of the 30-yard line.
Make it a game.
A look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Goes to Ware on the screen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
That'll work.
A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Working out of the gun, Winston. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard.
Nice.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Here we go. Talking shit.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Winston now to throw on first down. A swing pass caught. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend. Yeah,
exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
From the 4, it's 2nd and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
On 3rd down, that's Gardner. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. So they went for it from the 1 on 4th and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
This is the new NFL.
This is the updated NFL, and I like it. I know that quarterbacks across the league have spent the entire offseason and even during the season lobbying their coaches to go for it more on 4th down. Let's go get it. Because nowadays, you've got to score points to win games in the NFL. You can't just rely on your defense to hold them.
I think the quarterbacks want to eliminate field goals inside of 30 yards, probably.
Well, listen, they have enough confidence in themselves that they can call plays and make plays that they won't need those field goals inside the 30.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring it up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Here's Newton. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Through the pass, got the completion just short of the first down. But you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there. Kick it. Put it through the post. Go up 2 scores.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team right on the midfield stripe. The dive unsuccessful. The big fella can't pick it up. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Winston now from the 50. Dumps that off to Ware. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
And now a critical extra point attempt here. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Panthers coming out now. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Noah Spence. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now, fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Winston. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Jameis now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Winston. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it third down. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
And see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
So third and medium here, 3rd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. Room here to run. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. A fourth quarter score from the Meadowlands. And the Colts have scored again to widen their lead even further. Andrew Luck, 2 touchdown passes in the W. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And he missed it. It's no good, and that changes everything here in OT. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. A second down throw for Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And it'll bring up third down. 2 straight incompletions. Now the pressure's really on. Last thing you want here to start overtime, a 3 and out.
And I know that a few years ago when they changed the rules about overtime, it may have changed a little bit about how you go about things. But bottom line is, when you have the football, you never want to give it up. You want to make sure you get points on the board at a minimum and put pressure on the other team. This is a huge third down call coming up.
It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it, because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head coach has to remember, that play call likely isn't there. Punt the ball away. Punt it away. Be smart.
Trust your defense.
Trust them.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And this ball is going to be touched out just shy of midfield. Carolina getting set to take the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here's Newton now on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. From the gun on third down, Newton. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. They run the counter now on first down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Newton. And that is incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for Carolina, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got a team that's been great at defending the pass. The Buccaneers are #1 in pass defense, and they're going up against the Saints offense that knows they'll be challenged.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First and 10, Winston. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
It's caught by Mike Evans. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now Jameis on 2nd down. Hauling it in, Nelson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. A little educational piece. I know a lot of people here, 3-4, 4-3, etc. Take us through the 4-3, Charles.
Okay, 4-3. 4 down defensive linemen, usually 2 defensive tackles, 2 defensive ends. Behind them, the 3. Those are the line.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
This throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. One receiver to the left is Evans. Jameis to throw it. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 4th touchdown. Will Lutz on for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. Shoves him aside. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down. Three yards to go here on 2nd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Berger. Left side and caught by Flainer. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but now any run after it.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Off play action. Berger. It's complete to Jerron Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Off the play fake. Berger. And brought in here by Flainer. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 6 there on first. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Looking to throw on second down. Berger. And he's got it over the middle. Flainer. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Operating from the gun, Berger. And the tight end has it. It's Flainer. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. To throw on second down. Berger caught here by Griffin. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Fresh set of downs here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Looking to throw on second down. Berger. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes...
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Gerald McCoy in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
So now on 4th down, Sean Payton's going to turn it over to the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And from down in Miami, an update. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First down, Winston. Over the middle to Evans. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
2nd and just 1. From the gun, Winston. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call. And they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Off play action. Berger. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. He was looking there for Bruce Ellington, and it's 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. From the gun, Berger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 29. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
To throw on second down. Berger. Throw left side complete. It's Griffin. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On first down, Berger. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got to bracket it out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. To throw again. Berger. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've hit the end of quarter one. It's a close game here early on. We'll return to Tampa after this message. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. The Saints. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. From the gun on third down. Berger. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. On first and 10, Berger. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Throwing on first down. Berger. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing again. Berger. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Looking to throw. Berger. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And Suckup will put this one right through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't, but really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
Spencer Ware and the rest of his offense retaking the field. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. That's where those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Here's Winston. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains. They go play action here on first down. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, you know, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah, during film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Third and goal. Winston. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And Lutz's kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the 2nd quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's 2 sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On third down, Berger. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. Cap, two inbounds in the NFL.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Berger. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And a give this time to the tailback. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Don't forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
The Saints on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Berger. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jameis Winston and company heading back onto the field now. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. But tapping those toes, he tried to get both inbounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
Working out of the gun, Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Well, something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. In just 2 minutes' time, don't forget, we'll get you to Orlando for our halftime report. To bring it to you, who else but Larry Ridley?
Now that man knows his football. Go get him, Larry.
Green 39.
On first down, Berger. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Levante David coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Looking to throw on second down. Berger. And Ellington has it, middle of the field. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Looking to throw. Berger. And able to find Dorsett. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Back to throw. Berger. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Around the NFL, they're in the second quarter at Lambeau. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. So the offense has it 1st and 10. From the gun, Berger. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down.
That's a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because any incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
To throw on 3rd down, Berger. Over the middle here to Brown. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Berger. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Back to the air on second down. Berger. And a loose football. And the Buccaneers have it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. A look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And this is incomplete. Spencer Ware, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. On play action, Winston. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Cameron Jordan in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on third and long. Here's Winston. It's caught. Nelson. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. J.J. Nelson as the first half is winding down, and the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Six yards to go here on second down. Operating from the gun, Berger. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. The final shot before break. Berger. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And now it's second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you now to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, LR.
All right, let's roll those moving pictures. Buccaneers opening up on offense. Here the pass is completed into coverage, and he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to the 42-yard line. A fumble later on the drive would lead to a turnover. Now after the fumble, the pass ends up being picked off. Thompson's reading the play and comes away with it, ending the drive. Offense now with the shot after the interception. Howard's able to make the catch in traffic. And that is a house call as they get out to a 7-0 lead. Saints take over late in the second. Fleener's got the grab but fumbles here. Following the forced fumble, Nelson's found on the quick pass and catch, and he caps off the 2-play drive with the score. Buccaneers go up by 11.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start.
He's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
From the gun on 3rd down. Berger throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, this from 48. And Suckup will put this one right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long. He's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing. They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a handoff looking right, and he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
Well, after what we just saw, we know that with 3rd down coming up, this is not a gimme for the offense. They've got to figure out what they want to do. Do they challenge their offensive line and try and run it, or do they go ahead and concede that this is a tough defense and put it in the air?
3rd and short yardage. Winston. Hard throw, incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. Oh, here's pressure, and the Saints block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. The 20, 10, touchdown, Saints. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Looking to throw. Berger. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
3rd quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. On 1st and 10, Winston. Over the middle, complete. It's Evans. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Alex Okafor. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They go play action. Winston. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. That one goes for 24 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Throwing, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Throwing on 1st down. Berger. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Let's go!
Off the play fake. Berger. He's going to look deep down the field and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Elsewhere, they have gone to the 2nd half in Carolina. And the Falcons sort of opening things up there. Matt Ryan, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. This is brought in at the 21. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Now Spencer Ware slow to get up. And we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On third down, Winston. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Wide open receiver complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Bruce Ellington, 77 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And the lead is up to 5. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. Now they try the right side here. Takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down. Get to the fourth quarter. Try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
On first down, Berger, left side and caught by Flainer. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Elsewhere, a third quarter score. And thinking upset, the Giants are out in front there. Davis Webb, 2 touchdown passes thus far. The Saints on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Berger. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And oh, he coughed it up. And the Buccaneers have it.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. The bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. So out come the Bucs now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. And there's a good opportunity. Just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. A 2nd down throw for Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Howard. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it, rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit. Sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy hold up the runner. Everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Dorsett on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go. 3-19.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2.
All right, here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
Operating from the gun, Berger. He gets it to Thomas. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, Berger. It's complete to Flainer. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Over the middle, Jerron Brown's got it. And he'll be knocked down sideways. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Offense in a good spot here. 2nd and 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught on the left side, Jerron Brown. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Levante David in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. And they'll go on the ground. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That one good for 12 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They're on to the 4th quarter now, by the way, at Bank of America Stadium in Carolina. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Matt Ryan with 1 touchdown pass thus far. And Suckup will put this one right through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Jameis Winston and company heading back onto the field now. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, well, man, what do you need? What's going on here? So he's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And he rifles one incomplete. Not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Winston. Over the middle, complete. It's Gardner. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough. Brandon's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock. Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
On third down, Berger finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
That's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now a handoff looking right. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Berger. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. Nifty move. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another fourth-quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
He'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Sheldon Rankins in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Cameron Jordan in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Now a and got his man complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. He's back to throw. And this one's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now Jameis trying to hurry his crew to the line. Back to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Winston to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Down to their final play. They've got to get the end zone. That's part 1. Part 2, the 2-point conversion.
Throw the 2-point conversion right out of their mind. That's what they have to do. What you said is accurate. In the end zone, have to score a touchdown for that to even matter.
One last shot now for Winston. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough. Trying to drop a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for New Orleans, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. And with that, I'm off to the airport. Charles will be on I-4 back to Windermere as we say so long from Tampa.
Have a nice trip. I'll be home before you even take off.
Lucky.